Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
I don't have anything written.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
Red, white, green, black.
Red, white, green, black.
Gaza wants their land back.
Gaza wants their land back.
Red, white, green, black.
Red,
White, green, black.
West Bank wants their land back.
West Bank wants their land back.
Red, white, green, black.
red, white, green, black.
West Bank wants their land back.
West Bank wants their land back.
Oh, I hate this thing.
I know. Auraria.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
From the sea to the river.
From the sea to the river.
Palestine will live forever.
Palestine will live forever.
Alrighty, folks, let's gather. Let's gather. Come here. Come sit down. It's alright. It's alright. I don't bite. Alrighty. Welcome to an emergency rally. Woo! Why is this an emergency rally, you ask? Well, we are here at what, day 13? 12, 13 of our encampment, and we still are only just getting our first meeting with the MSU Board of Trustees. It's actually happening right now as we speak. Let's give a hand for those negotiators. Our hearts are with you. Good luck. So we're planning this rally to add some extra pressure, so that's what you all are doing. We've got a few things planned. Get ready to do some action items for the movement. That's coming later. But for now, let's first go over what are our demands. Why are we here for 13 days? And to do that, we've got Ollie. Give her a hand.
Hi everyone, I'm Ollie. I'm a student here. I've been here since the second day, and it's been amazing to see the encampment grow and to see everyone who's shown up. So I'm going to go ahead and read the demands for both CU Denver and MSU, fitting that they're currently discussing MSU right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and read those out for you. So for University of Colorado Denver, the University of Colorado shall write and publish a statement condemning the genocidal acts of Israel. Chancellor Michelle Marks of CU Denver will meet with student organizers to discuss and plan the implementation of these demands directed at CU. The University of Colorado shall fully divest from any corporations which operate in Israel. The University of Colorado shall fully disclose their financial investments. The University of Colorado shall terminate their study abroad programs to Israel. And the University of Colorado shall refuse to accept grants or funding from corporations that contract with the U.S. Armed Forces and terminate any relationships with said corporations. All right, now for MSU. Metropolitan State University shall write and publish a statement condemning the genocidal acts of Israel. President of MSU Denver, Janine A. Davidson, will meet with student organizers to discuss and plan the implementation of these demands directed at MSU. Metropolitan State University shall fully divest from any corporations which operate in Israel and all aid to Israel. Metropolitan State University shall fully disclose their financial investments. Metropolitan State University shall end all associations with Lockheed Martin and other arms defense corporations, stop accepting money, cease manufacturing parts for them.
Yeah.
And Metropolitan State University shall refuse to accept grants or funding from corporations that contract with the U.S. Armed Forces and terminate any relationship with said corporations. Alright, those are our demands. I'll hand it back over. Let's give it up for Ollie.
So, what do we see in those demands? We see a lot of connections between capital, between the military-industrial complex, between investment banking and all that bullshit, right? Sorry. So, yeah, I hope that this encampment has been a learning opportunity. It certainly has been for me. A lot of our demands cover a lot of different scopes. And I think intersectionality is something that we're all aware of. We're all aware. Who's the woman that started the term intersectionality? Crenshaw, Kimberly Crenshaw. Let's give it up for Kimberly Crenshaw! Yeah, so to speak a little bit more on intersectionality and how critical it is to the movement, we've got my bestie Noah. Woo!
You're awesome, Noah.
Yeah,
Noah.
I'm actually not going to be talking about that much about intersectionality. I'm going to be talking about the 44 students that the city of Denver wants to prosecute for rightfully standing against the genocide of the Palestinians. I don't know why the city of Denver is so adamant about pressing charges against these 44 students for rightfully using their freedom of speech to use a historically precedented legitimate form of protest.
Pop City.
And I mean, it makes me wonder, what's the real issue Denver has with this encampment? Is it the fact we're giving out food to migrants and the homeless? Or is it the fact that we can accommodate people in wheelchairs better than pretty much any apartment in the city? I mean, I don't know.
Raise your hand if you're comfortable if you were arrested last Friday. Woo! We love you! We love you! We love you! Okay, y'all. Who's next? Who's next? Truman. Truman, where you at?
I'm right here.
Okay. So, again, we're asking for divestment from Israeli business interests. Well, another business interest of them is the fucking U.S. government. We're the #1, I believe, contributor to the Israeli military complex. And then there's like Germany, France, all the Western powers right after us. So to speak more on U.S. aid to Israel, we've got Truman. Woo!
Hey everyone, my name is Truman. I've been organizing with SDS for about 2 years or so, and we've been working on this issue for liberation for Palestine for nearly as long. But the reason I joined SDS and the reason I got involved originally wasn't to try and save the world, but it was just simply to save the members of my own community. People right here at CU Denver and MSU. Here in Denver, the Denver Rescue Mission estimates that there are over 9,000 people currently experiencing homelessness. That's not even including many of our migrant friends and neighbors, of which they believe there may be over 4,500 crammed into only 7 shelters. Just on MSU's campus, where they're meeting with the Board of Trustees right now, nearly 44% of respondents nearly 44% of students may be food insecure in the past month. Nearly 60% have been housing insecure in the past year. Our own classmates are struggling. Our students are struggling. Our neighbors are struggling. But instead of deciding to help them, our government has decided they would rather spend $95 billion on foreign military aid. $1.75 billion is an incomprehensible sum. It is enough money to pay for over 200,000 homes. It's enough money to pay the rent of the average Denver apartment, which is not cheap, for 4 million apartments for a year. It is enough money to give every single American nearly $300. And yet, we would rather spend that money to export death abroad. Shame. Much of this money, $26 billion of it, is going to Israel. $5 billion of it is going towards missile and rocket defense systems. $4.5 billion is going for buying new and advanced weaponry. Another $4.5 billion for unspecified supplies and services. That's not suspicious. And finally, only about $9 billion is being set aside for humanitarian aid, but only $1 billion of that is being set aside for aid in Gaza. Shame. Shame. It's worse though. There's caveats and red tape for that humanitarian aid, as the U.S. has agreed to only give it to organizations that Israel has deemed safe and not unsavory. Many organizations they've banned include the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees and Amnesty International. You know, those wicked terrorists at the UN and Amnesty International.
Shame.
Ultimately, we recognize that this aid package is simply a grift. It is a grift that transfers the wealth of working class Americans like those gathered here to the insatiable U.S. war machine. It is a grift that transfers money to corporations like Ball, who love to love to whitewash what they do by sponsoring sports buildings and pretending that all they do is make cans and mason jars, when we know that they're actually one of the most valuable U.S. military contractors in the state. Shame! Shame! It's a war machine built to companies like Coca-Cola and Nestle, which have conspired with the Israeli Water Corporation to dispossess and appropriate water from Palestinians. Shame! Shame! And this is a war machine that includes our neighbors, Lockheed Martin. Well, I have a particularly bitter feeling towards Lockheed Martin. I've told this story with a few of you here at camp, but when I was younger, I went to space camp at Lockheed's campus down in Roxborough Park, just a few minutes down the road. Back then, I was naive and optimistic. I thought they were simply a science corporation dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. They sent us to space, surely nothing nefarious. That was naive of me. Unfortunately, many students here, many of our brightest young engineering students here on campus still have this false idea of what Lockheed is. They have this idea because Lockheed spends millions of dollars here at MSU and at CU to train the next generation of their war machine. The aerospace building has an over $1 million endowment from Lockheed Martin. Shame! Shame! At CU Boulder, they have engineering management programs where the entire curriculum is quite literally designed by employees at Lockheed Martin in order to funnel them into the U.S. military system. Shame! Shame! When later on, I would find out that my camp counselor at that summer camp, who I thought was just an innocent scientist, actually made the targeting systems for Israel's Iron Dome, their missile defense system. It's a missile defense system where each one of those missiles costs over $4 million, and Israel has hundreds of them. Just last year, Israel bought from Lockheed Martin over $3 billion worth of F-35 fighter jets, and they've expressed that they plan to buy more using this new aid package. Shame! Shame! This is why we call for divestment. It's because we see the companies around us like these, like Lockheed Martin and like Ball, that profit off of death abroad. And we recognize that war and death abroad lies in the pockets of these criminals right down the street. We recognize how every time Israel starts dropping bombs, Lockheed Martin's stock prices go up. People are openly speculating on the death and occupation of Palestinians. Shame.
Shame!
And we recognize that if we want to save the lives of our friends and neighbors and our classmates here in Denver, then we need to save the lives of our most vulnerable brothers and sisters in Gaza. I just wanted to finish off with a chant. This is dedicated to Lockheed Martin. Hey Lockheed, what do you say?
Hey, Lockheed, what do you say?
How many bombs did you sell today?
How many bombs did you sell today?
Hey Lockheed, what do you say?
Hey, Lockheed, what do you say?
How many kids did you kill today?
How many kids did you kill today?
Free Palestine!
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 Thank you all so much.
Hey, mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
Mic check!
I said mic check because this is very important. We currently have an actioning happen right now. We have a sit-in at the 3rd floor of Tivoli Hall. If any of you are willing to risk arrest tonight, please stagger yourselves. Go to room 311. Go to the room where the cops are. Your comrades need you. Please stagger and go that way now. If you are not comfortable with being arrested today, we will be doing a call in here, so you still have a way of making an impact, okay? So I'm going to let the folks go that need to go.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's a sit-in because we had a meeting with the Board of Trustees today. It was the first meeting. We are not happy with where they are at. It took so long just to get one simple meeting, and they are not listening to us. So we are escalating. Yes, it's happening right now. There's cops for the meeting that's going on. I think it's like the student coalition between MSU and CU Denver. They're having a meeting, and we're doing a sit-in there. Yeah. Okay, so if anyone else is willing to go, stagger yourselves. Don't go all in a group. They need as many bodies as possible. But all of you that are staying here, I have a bunch of sheets. We're going to be doing a call-in to the Board of Trustees. So, you know, you can still make a difference here. Thank you. So anyway, moving on, we have a very, very important piece from my friend, Aspen. Give it up for Aspen.
Hello, my name is Aspen. I wanted to read some words from the Sun for you all because I feel like she can better capture than I can the situation. This is from December. I no longer have any hope of survival like I had at the beginning of this genocide, and I am certain that I will die in the next few weeks or maybe days. I've been sick with severe viral infection for days and cannot move from the mattress. I suffer from nightmares that are so closely resembling reality that I no longer differentiate between reality and dream. I live in a world other than the one I claim to be building. I am a community activist who lived on the fantasy that the world was free and just, and I sought to bring rights not only to my people, but to many men and women in third world countries. Indeed, we are the most humane and moral, yes, because the world approves, supports, and finances the genocide we are being subjected to, legislates it, and gives reasons for 58, now 212 days. While we are a people who have been living on occupied land for 75 years and are still searching for our rights and communicating our voice to the world. My message to the world: you are not innocent of what is happening to us. You, as governments or peoples that support Israelis' annihilation of my people, we will not forgive you. We will not forgive you. Humanity will not forgive you. We will not forget.
Even if we die, history will never forget. A message to friends. Thank you and the supporters around the world. You have been compassionate. Even if the world seems completely unfair, we ask you not to lose hope. Even if your efforts have not resulted in a ceasefire, we ask you not to lose hope. Give it up for Aspen. Woo! Beautiful. I think we need to keep these stories centered in our activism for Palestinians always. It's easy to get caught up in camp logistics and the wind is tough and all of this, but you know what? We don't need to be worried about being bombed. So at the end of the day, we are very privileged to be here and we're going to keep fighting for Palestinians, right? I have some updates regarding the sit-in that is happening right now. If you haven't heard, there's a sit-in happening right now. If you are willing to be arrested, if you are willing to put your body on the line, go to the 3rd floor of Tivoli right now, room 311. So actually, the update is that we didn't even get the meeting with the Board of Trustees because they employed some divisive tactics and then completely refused to meet with us. So that is why we're doing the sit-in right now, because that's our easiest demand, is a sit-in within 2 weeks, right? Anyways. So, to wrap it up for us, I've got my friend Abdullah. He'll be speaking for a little bit. Give it up for Abdullah.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
Long live Palestine!
And the occupation!
And the occupation!
And the occupation!
And the occupation!
Let's hear it for the students inside there right now putting themselves on the line for Gaza. And now let's hear it for all of you who've been out here for over a week putting yourselves on the line for Gaza. It is insane that somehow, after almost 7 months of brutal genocide, after 7 months of starvation, after 7 months of chemical attacks by Israel on the people of Gaza, somehow students putting up tents are the bad ones. It's insane. It's insane that we are being painted as the evil ones in this unimaginable war going on in Gaza. As we speak right now, Israel is staging an invasion of Rafah. Rafah is tiny. It is smaller than New York City and yet has twice the population density. There are over 600,000 children in Rafah right now that are experiencing starvation and many other illnesses, and yet the United States continues to give the green light to Israel for their ground invasion of Rafah. Shame!
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 It is absolutely despicable that the American media is now focused on students in tents instead of a brutal genocide being waged in our name. Shame!
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 Make no mistake, folks. This genocide is being waged in our name and with our tax dollars. And yet, fighting against it is somehow the wrong thing to do in the eyes of these demons. Shame!
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 The tide is very, very clearly turning. As you see here today, and as you have seen for the past week, and as you have seen for the past 7 months, no longer do people simply just accept this occupation that has been going on for 75 years. No longer do people accept that their hard-earned tax dollars are going to Israel. No longer do people accept that ethnic cleansing and land theft, and genocide is the status quo. We say no. We say we will fight, and we say we will stand with Gaza until there is liberation in the land of Palestine from the river to the sea. Now I know that it's not easy to sustain this. But you know who else knows that it's not easy to sustain this movement? The US government, Israel. In fact, they are counting on it. They are counting on all of us getting tired. But I think that they made a very grave mistake. You know, they say that it takes about 3 weeks to build a habit. So if you do something every day for 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. I've seen many of you out here, day in and day out, for 7 months. Fighting for liberation has become your habit.
That's right.
And that is something they can never take away from you. So be strong, stay together, and free Palestine. Thank you.
Give it up for Abdullah! Give you all an update on the sit-in right now. The cops are trying to get them to disperse. They've issued their first explicit request, yet our comrades are refusing to step aside. Let's give it a hand for them. If need be, just so you all are aware, we as a collective are going to surround that entrance of Tivoli. Right now the administrators are sneaking through the back to get out. We can't technically keep them in because that's kidnapping, but we can sit in. And so that's what's going on, folks. Woo! It's hard to finish that last speech that Abdullah just did, to be honest, but I just wanted to give us a few statistics. If you haven't already taken the time to appreciate it, we have the Children's Memorial in the back. Each flag represents a child martyr who has been martyred by the Israeli Zionist settler state. Shame!
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 And I hate to tell you all, but that's not even how many children have died. That's only 10,000. Actually 14,000 Palestinian children have been killed. They make up about 44% of all total deaths in Gaza. You can't tell me that killing children is self-defense. Not for a minute. Shame! This is ethnic cleansing. This is an ethnic genocide. And we are going to stay here until MSU and CU Denver divest from the Zionist settler state and stop using our fucking tax dollars to kill children. In addition, 34,700 Palestinians have been killed total. But guess what? The counters have been killed too. We're only going to find more deaths as they uncover more and more bodies under the rubble. There is 10,000 people's bodies who are currently hiding under the rubble. If you do the math, we're at 44,000 people dead in 6 months. Shame! In addition, as we've seen in the past 24 hours, Israel is now asking the people of Rafah to move back to Khan Yunis. That used to be an unsafe spot. Rafah used to be the sanctuary. Now they switch it, and there's a whole 1.9 million Palestinians who are displaced there, who just have to keep moving around and move and move and move and then be killed. Yes! We're sick of it! We're over 6 months into this genocide, and we are sick of it! There should not be one more child dead! Every time the media lies, another little boy in Gaza dies! Come on, listen! Every time the media lies,
Every time the media lies,
a little boy in Gaza dies!
a little boy in Gaza dies.
Every time the media lies,
Every time the media
a
lies,
little girl in Gaza dies!
a little girl in Gaza dies.
Red, white, green, black!
Red, white, green, black.
Gaza wants their land back!
Gaza wants their land back.
Red, white, green, black!
Red, white, green, black.
West Bank wants their land back!
West Bank wants their land back.
Red, white, green, black!
Red, white, green, black. daughters.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free
Free,
Palestine.
free Palestine. Okay, y'all. If you haven't gotten a sheet of paper, come get a sheet of paper from my friend Truman. Right there. Okay, get your phones out. Get your phones out. We're gonna do a call-in. Woo! Okay, everybody, pick a number between 1 and 16. Do you have the number? Do you have the number in your head? Now look at that piece of paper. That's who you're calling. They are either a member of the MSU Board of Trustees who refused to meet with us today. Shame! Shame! Or they're one of the chancellors of CU Denver or MSU Denver. If you picked one or two, and you'll see there's several numbers to call. We are each going to call at least 4 people per person. I have a script for you on the back of the page. It just goes through quickly all of our demands. We need to keep censoring our demands in this fight, y'all, and we need to make it loud and clear. So when they refuse to meet our demands, they know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly that they're funding a genocide, and they don't give a shit. So, get your phones out. Pick a phone number. I'm going to shut up so you can give them a call. Say, hello, I'm a student. I would really like if you met these demands. And say the demands. Say thank you, have a good day. Liberation from.
Thank you.
Woo. Okay, let's do it. Who are we calling first?
Great.
Who are we calling first? Who are we calling first?
Okay, guys. Hello, my name is Carol. I'm calling for the recipient. I am a concerned community member, and I'm calling today regarding the Auraria Campus demands and expectations of your office. The demands are, number 1, divest. Metropolitan State University shall fully divest from any corporations that operate in the apartheid state and all aid to the apartheid state. Number 2, transparency. The University of Colorado shall fully and in detail disclose all financial investments. Number 3, cease association with Lockheed Martin Metropolitan State University shall end all association with Lockheed Martin and other arms defense corporations. Stop accepting money and cease manufacturing parts for them. Number 4, meeting you as the president of MSU Denver, JDA Davidson, will meet with anti-genocide students organizers to discuss and plan the implementation of these demands directed at MSU. Number 5, refuse grants. Metropolitan State University shall refuse to accept grants or funding from corporations that contract with the U.S. Armed Forces and terminate any relationship with said corporations. Number 6, statement. Metropolitan State University shall write and publish a statement condemning the genocidal actions of the apartheid state. Enough is enough. Also, stop silencing your students, staff, and faculty when folks speak up against genocide. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my message. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Liberation to all people. Goodbye. We will not stop. We will not rest. Love you. Free Palestine.
Stop